Hi everybody, my name is Kim Nguyen and welcome into my channel. I am the American woman who's going to be doing a special live presentation for you for BTS's live performance of I'll Be Missing You. If this is your first time to my channel, I create videos mainly aimed at Americans who are new to BTS or the K-pop genre. So in each of my video, I'm going to explain a little bit about the song and a little bit about the artist so we can share information together. And of course, if you're just curious and stopping by, I'd love to have you as well. So welcome everybody into my channel. And as always, I welcome all of my fellow ARMYs because I'm a new ARMY to this. I'm about 20 something videos into BTS. And I love the journey so far. I've been learning so much about BTS and their music, the wide variety of music that they offer, and I'm learning so much from you. So thank you so much everybody for joining in. BTS is Bangtan Soyeondan. They are a 7-member music group from South Korea. Currently they are the biggest and the best boy band in the world. They have done covers before. In fact, one of the most recent one was a cover for the Coldplay's Fix You. BTS formed in 2010 and in 2013 was when they made their debut. Although they've been around for a while, it's only been in recent years that they've experienced a mainstream breakthrough into the global markets, appealing to a Western English-speaking audience with songs that climb the charts, notably in the UK and the US. And according to one article, there can be no accolade on British soil more notable than earning a slot in the Radio Live Lounge, hosting some of the music industry's biggest names and best artists for acoustic renditions as well as covers. BTS took over the BBC on a 2-day stint. Starting on July 27th of 2021, BTS made their highly anticipated Radio 1 Live Lounge debut, appearing for the very first time on the famous UK radio segment. Another article noted that they played to their strength in the 3-song set for the Live Lounge, proving once again they can give an intimate, moving performance just as deftly as they can dominate a stadium with their high-energy dance songs. Now, the BBC Radio 1 Live Lounge is very similar to our MTV Unplugged series. This is where the artists, of course, strip back their music and do more of an acoustic type of performance, and many have graced the stage, the live performance studio. That includes the likes of some artists that we're familiar with, such as Bruno Mars, Ed Sheeran, Jay-Z, and Ariana Grande. But what makes this live lounge so special is that it gives artists the opportunity to pay homage to their industry peers and sing amazing covers. Now, BTS is no stranger to an iconic cover, but this particular live lounge performance choice was particularly inspired. Of the 3 songs they performed that night, 2 of their hit singles have topped the Billboard main singles chart. That includes their #1 hit from 2020 called Dynamite, clad in preppy Gucci and looking like, quote, they should have stepped out of a Gossip Girl reboot. They then performed their most recent hit called Permission to Dance, written of course by Ed Sheeran in true BTS fashion. They also had another change of outfit, and this time had plenty of denim and cowboy aesthetics, reminiscence of the song's music video. For their cover song, BTS performed Puff Daddy, Faith Evans featuring 112's Grammy-winning classic I'll Be Missing You, which samples Sting's Every Breath I Take. When interviewed by the BBC, BTS was asked about their cover song choice and its significance. The leader, RM, revealed that they would be covering a song called I'll Be Missing You, and that they were well aware of the song's cultural significance in America. So as a result, he felt hesitancy and burden about covering it. And he said, quote, it was a tribute, so you know, at first we kind of had some burdens in our mind since it's a tribute to the legend Notorious B.I.G. Now, he said ultimately that they chose to go with the song because it seemed so right for the group as it incorporated both rap and vocals, and he felt the lyrics contained exactly the message they wanted to deliver to their fans. Quote, but the lyrics and the vibe just felt so right for us, and there was some rap and vocals together at the same time, and it's a very famous song. It hit the Billboard #1, so that's why we chose this song. And we just want to say that we miss all of you, BBC, armies, everyone abroad, of course, in Korea too. It's kind of a message to all armies all over the world. Those of you who are too young to remember or maybe new to this type of music, I'll Be Missing You is actually a song recorded by American rapper Puff Daddy and singer Faith Evans featuring R&B group 112 in memory of fellow Bad Boy Records artist and of course Evans' husband, Christopher Wallace, otherwise known as the Notorious B.I.G., who was murdered in March of 1997. Now released as the second single from Puff Daddy and the family's No Way Out album, I'll Be Missing You samples The Police 1983 hit song Every Breath You Take, and with an interpolated chorus sung by Evans and interpolated rhythm. The track also features a spoken intro over a choral version, Samuel Barber's Adagio for Spring. The track also reuses the melody from the hymn I'll Fly Away, and of course Combs' verses were composed by rapper Sauce Money. Puff Daddy's I'll Be Missing You was one of the most successful songs of 1997. The No Way Out track, which was recorded for a hip-hop act at the time. It also won a Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group and is presently certified 3-time platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. The song is one of the few to debut at #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100, the only rap song by a male to do so until Eminem's Not Afraid debuted at the top spot 13 years later in 2010. Now the song spent a record-breaking 11 weeks at #1 on the Hot 100, making it the longest running #1 hip-hop song in history until Eminem's Lose Yourself spent 12 weeks at #1 in 2002. Now with all the accomplishments, awards, and recognition, there was only one slight problem. You see, they never got permission from the Police to sample their song, and of course Police's songwriter and singer Sting sued, receiving 100% of the song's royalty. However, it was noted that later on they did make amends. In fact, Sting later performed the song alongside Puff Daddy and Faith Evans at the 1997 MTV Video Music Award in September. And I must say, if you've not had a chance to see that amazing video, one of the best, hands down, one of the best live performances you will ever see, which is emotionally charged and beautifully sung. So I think you would like it. If you get a chance, go watch that performance. Of course, the amazing cover for I'll Be Missing You is based on the Police original work, which also was surrounded by amazing accolades and a little controversy. So let's go back into the Wayback Machine and take a look at this before, when MTV was big and YouTube was not. Some of you may be too young to even remember. Infusing genres like new wave, reggae, and jazz into one distinctive and new sound, while merging lighthearted melodies with sometimes sinister lyrics, the Police became one of the most iconic bands in the 80s. The Police came out with hit after hit during their peak, including songs such as Roxanne, Message in a Bottle, and of course, Every Breath You Take. The last entry appeared on their 1983 album Synchronicity. It reached #1 on the Billboard chart in 1983 and is ranked number 84 on the Rolling Stones list of 500 greatest songs of all time. Written and sung by Sting, the single was the biggest US and Canadian hit of 1983, topping the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart for 8 weeks, the band's only #1 hit on that chart. At the 26th Annual Grammy Awards, the song was nominated for 3 Grammy Awards, including Song of the Year, Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocals, and Record of the Year, winning in the first 2 categories. Now for the song, Sting received the 1983 Ivor Novello, I hope I pronounced that right, award for the best song musically and lyrically. In the US, it was the best-selling single of 1983 and the 5th best-selling single of the decade. Billboard ranked it as the #1 song for 1983. Every Breath You Take is Police's signature song. In May of 2019, it was recognized by BMI as being the most played song in radio history. With nearly 15 million radio airplays, Sting received the BMI Award to mark it as being the most performed song in BMI's catalog, and is included in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. And what's even more interesting and intriguing is the reason why Sting even wrote that song in the first place. One article noted that Sting wrote this in 1982 in the aftermath of his separation from his then wife, actress Frances Tomaty, and whom he had an affair with her best friend, which the split was extremely public and of course controversial. And like BTS's song, when you first hear and listen to it, of course it's a catchy melody, a catchy tune, even an intriguing video, but things are not what it seems. And this is true of Sting's song as well. In fact, he explains the lyrics are words of actually a possessive lover who is watching, quote, every breath you take, every move you make. In fact, Sting recalled in an interview that, which he said, quote, I woke up in the middle of the night with that line in my head, sat down on the piano, and had written it in half an hour. The tune itself is generic, an aggregate of hundreds of others, but the words are interesting. It sounds like a comforting love song. I didn't realize at the time how sinister it is. I think I was thinking of Big Brother, surveillance, and control. Now, Sting later said that he was disconcerted by how many people think the song is more positive than it is. He insists that it is about the obsession with the lost lover and the jealousy and the surveillance that follows. Now, recreating a massive set from Seoul, their own live band called The Ghost, in attendance with BTS, they took to the stage to showcase their chart-topping numbers. The performance was described as this. Now, while the original record's familiar sound and message of loss and grief remains, the South Koreans made a few meaningful spins to the 90s classics. One article described this. The cover, which was one of the SEPTA's best vocal performances yet so far, featured 80s pop piano stylings and added heavier rock elements such as guitars and drums. The group also starred in their first BBC One TV special the very next day on July 28th, entitled BTS at Radio 1, hosted by Adele Roberts. The 30 minutes documentary will, quote, explore the sensational rise to fame of 21st century pop icon BTS. Now, you may be wondering what Sting may have thought of BTS doing a cover of the song. One article noted that Sting tweeted out the video of BTS performing I'll Be Missing You and added 7 clapping hands emoji. And of course, it was amazing to see this type of recognition from one legend to another. Now, if you haven't had a chance to watch the original video yet, I highly recommend that you go ahead and watch that first, then come back here and take a look at my reactions. I'm gonna make a lot of pauses as we go through this song, okay? So with that said, let's get started.
BBC Radio 1.
Right here goes out to everyone that can see someone that they truly love. Check it, yo. In the future, can't wait to see if you open up the gates for me. Reminisce some time, the night they took my chance. Trying to black it out, but it plays again. When it's real, feelings it's hard to conceal. Can't imagine all the pain I feel. Give anything to see your happy face. I know we're still living our lives after this.
Every move I make, every single day, every time
이제 익숙해져 그래도 살아가는 건 포기할 수 없어 끝이 어딘지 모르기에 더 죽어가는 법 서로 믿지 못해 스스로 만들어버린 끝이 나기야 인생은 다 팬데믹 바이러스 부정적인 생각은 제대로 되는 마이너스 끝이 아닌 걸 알았기에 I couldn't say bye 그날이 오면 아무도 없이 I can say hi
Every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I've been missing you. Thinking of the day when you went away. What a light to take, what a burn to break. I've been missing you. Somebody tell me why. When this life is over, I know I see your face.
이 세상이 미워 우리 흔적은 추억으로 그저 마음을 비워 조건 없는 믿음으로 매일 나 외로움만 더 채워가 애워사는 그리움과는 달리 We miss you baby 언제가 됐든 꼭 다시 만나기를 I promise
Every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I've been missing you. Thinking of the day when you went away. What a light to take, what a burn to break. I've been missing you. Every step I take,
Every step I take.
every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you.
Never missing ya.
Thinking of the day,
Thinking of the day.
when you went away. What a life to take, what a burn to break. I've been missing you.
Yeah, we'll be missing ya.
BBC Radio.
Oh my god. That was beautiful. Okay, I purposely did not stop because I wanted to hear it all the way through because I knew I was going to go back a second time with you guys to take a look at all of them. Okay, let's start with the basics. Here we go. Let's start from the very beginning. First of all, props to the Ghost Band. They are amazing. This band, the rendition that they did, if you listen at the very beginning, now this is the music I grew up with. I was young when this music came out, so I'm dating myself. I'm an OG Army, but I am proud of it, okay? The song, the guitar, beautiful rendition. It's right before they hit the chorus. That was Take My Breath Away. That song, that was also an 80s hit, you guys. And it's like you're not going to catch it if you didn't grow up in that era or is not familiar with the 80s music. The band sounds amazing. And then, if you notice, here are beautiful set that they recreated with blue lighting, dressed in denim. Okay, look at that set. How beautiful. They recreated the set in Seoul, Korea. And their outfits, they are dressed in, now I haven't done Permission to Dance, but I have seen a lot of thumbnails. I'm hearing it's a Western theme. So it looks like they either have performed or will perform Permission to Dance in those outfits. They're all in a jean kind of a theme, Western theme right now with their boots and their denim, and they look amazing. What I find really interesting is why are they put on different chairs? Now, whoever the stage manager is, what's up with the different chairs? Because you have people sitting at different height levels, and the support when you're trying to sing and sitting down is hard, you guys. It's not easy to sit down because your diaphragm is not fully expanded, right? So for them to sit down and cross-legged of all things, I could not do that. The set is just beautiful. This blue light, I'm loving it so much. Now with the lyrics being changed with RM, I want to hit his verse. He did some slightly minor changes, and again, he was talking about the pandemic, right? Now with RM's verse, he did open up with a little intro, quote, "This right here goes out to everyone that can't see someone that they truly love," and before launching into his verb. Now, although he kept most of Puff Daddy's original English lyrics, he made just a few subtle changes to reflect the people's experience during the coronavirus pandemic. And instead of rapping, the original lyrics were "Reminisce sometime the night they took my friend." Instead, the change was "Reminisce sometime the night they took my chance." He also changed the finishing line from "Give anything to hear half your breath, I know you still live in your life after death." He changed that to, quote, "Give anything to see half your face, I know we're still living our lives after this." Then you have units, subunits here, duels that are doing it. Now, before I go any further, Bangtan Soyeondan, BTS is composed of 3 rappers and 4 vocalists, okay? So from left to right, it is RM, that is the leader. He's my bias, my boo, my bias, RM. He started off with the rap. Next up is V. Now V is one of the vocalists who is one of the deeper bass, if not one of the deepest baritones that you would hear on the group, harmonizing with Jimin and the white there. A lot of times people, I see a lot of ARMY like to kind of put their names together, like V and Jimin, Vimin. So if you hear me say that, that's what Vimin is. Next to V is Jimin. Jimin is an amazing dancer as well as vocalist. In the middle is Jungkook. He is the youngest member of the group. And the youngest sitting next to him in the white is Jin. Jin happens to be the oldest member of the group. And then the next 2 will be rappers. You have Suga, which was one of the most amazing rappers you would ever hear. And of course, next to him was one of the swaggiest men you ever meet is J-Hope, okay? The dance lead of the team. I want to go back to RM. When he opened up, his rhythm, his flow, and his musicality, and that tone of his voice is just beautiful. He hits those melodies amazingly. The rhythm, I just love it. He's so on point. It's smooth and it's subtle, and it kind of starts off the song. It guides the song in an amazing direction. Go up to the dynamic duo Vimin with their amazing harmonization going on.
Still can't imagine all the pain I feel. Give anything to see half your face. I know we're still living our lives after this.
Every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you. Thinking of.
Okay, before we go to the next 2, that was beautiful. Those 2 combining their voices, the switching of the harmonies, they are singing the same notes. And of course, Jimin in the white here singing octaves. I don't know how many octave higher than V. And the sound and the tone of the voice just sound so beautifully together. You also need to watch when I did Blue and Gray on that. They did the same thing with the harmonization of these 2. Their voices just blend together so beautifully. And Jimin with he is the highest tenor, I would say, probably amazing, has one of the most unique voice. And these 2 are the most, I would say, are very distinct, the very distinct voice. You can close your eyes and you can pick V and Jimin out of the crowd based on their voices. And I know a lot of you guys from previous videos thought that Jimin was a girl because he was able to sing so high. No, that's because in general, just so you know, a lot of these guys can sing in their very high registry tenors, okay? This is an all-male group. So no, he is not a girl. I know he may sound like a girl because he can hit those amazing high notes, okay? But he is the highest, I would say, of his voice is just so light. He sounds like an angel. He sounds like the angel descended, the BTS angels, quite frankly, all of them, are BTS angels that descended upon the BBC stage. So let's listen to the next two duels. And of course, V coming in with his deep, I call it chocolatey, velvety, rich, sexy bass tone, baritone. It's just, you need to listen to him on some of the other songs, and I will definitely feature all of these guys in their individual songs so you can clearly hear some of their individualness, their tones, and their quality. It's just amazing. BTS, we're used to seeing them in their high energetic, fast-paced, well choreographed video, but people don't know that they can actually sing until they start listening to some of their slower songs, like Stay Gold and the cover of Fix You.
When you went away, what a leg to take, what a boat to break, I've been missing you.
Okay, Jin, I think when I was listening to Jin, I barely heard him, and I think it's a technical thing. I feel like his mic was not hot. I feel like it was very turned down, because he's hitting those high notes as well effortlessly. What I've seen so far in like Stay Gold is a powerful tenor. When he hits those high notes, and Jin, you can hear him, he belts out and hits those tones beautifully. And Jungkook, you've seen him on when he hits that high notes, he hits a lot of those high notes. All of these voices, the vocalists, are amazing when they're doing their high pitches. Just sounds so beautiful. The harmonization, not one person is overpowering the other, and both of them, they're closer in tone than the other two. The other two, I would say, V-men are the opposite end of the spectrum, whereas Jin and Jungkook are closer in range to each other, and yet their harmonization still sound amazing. And next up, we're heading into my boo number 2, Suga.
일상을 뺏겨버린 것에 이제는 익숙해져 그래도 살아가는 건 포기할 수 없었어 끝이 어딘지 모르기에도 주축하는 법 서로 믿지 못해 스스로 만들어버린 끝이 나기야 인생의 다 팬데믹 바이러스 부정적인 생각은 제대로 되는 마이너스 끝이 아닌 걸 알았기에 I couldn't say bye 그날이 오면 아무도 없지.
Okay, now during Suga's verse, both Suga and J-Hope are singing in Korean, and of course this is how BTS makes the song their own by changing the lyrics and adding to the lyrics their version, their loss and grief that they're dealing with in their own way. And it's Suga and J-Hope's rap part is show how they adapted the song to fit the COVID-19 pandemic and the situation that's happening with messages to their fan called the Army Worldwide. So taking a closer look at Suga's lyrics, kind of a two-part. The first part, he's talking about very confusion, the feeling of adapting to the new normal basically during this uncertain time. Quote, we're now used to our routines taken away, but still can't give up living on. We're more worn out because we don't know where this ends. We're an island we made ourselves because we couldn't trust each other. And of course, in the second half of the verse, he kind of shifts the tone a little bit, sharing the importance of how to stay positive and prepare for the inevitable when normal returns. Quote, hope an end comes for this tiring pandemic virus. Negative thoughts can sometimes be a minus. I knew it wasn't the end, so I couldn't say bye. When that day comes, we'll say hi, like nothing happened. Okay, moving on to the next.
See your face. 이 세상에 미워 우리 흔적은 추억으로.
Before we go to J-Hope, Jin started his backup vocals. In the Puff Daddy version, he is doing 112's part. And again, I think his mic is not hot. I think it needs to be turned up because I can barely hear him. So I like to hear a little bit more of Jin, because Jin has a beautiful, every time I hear Jin's voice, because I'm a newer ARMY, so I've not seen everything that he's done, but from the solos that I've seen and when he does belt out those moves, when he sings his tonal range, he does a beautiful job. Just very clean and crisp and just enunciation, just beautiful job. And while he's singing that background, here comes J-Hope in the forefront with his rap verse.
그저 마음을 비워 조건 없는 now 외로움만 더 채워가 애워싸는 그리움과는 달리 We miss you baby 언제가 됐든 더욱 다시 만나기를 I promise.
Before we get to the stand-up part, J-Hope. Oh my God, let me go back to J-Hope here.
매일 나 외로움만 더 채워가 애워싸는 그리움과는 달리 We miss you baby 언제가 됐든 더욱 다시 만나기를 I promise.
Okay, this man, my bias wrecker. He looks amazing as usual. Always wrecking me. Almost in every video he wrecks me. He he caught my attention way back several videos starting off, you know, and I was complimenting him on how I love it when he combs his hair back and how he has his black hair in that video in Dynamite, and now he switched it up to the total opposite. It's like platinum blonde, and he looks absolutely amazing as well. And of course, his cut off shorts and cowboy boots, I can't right now. J-Hope is amazing, and in his verse he actually, similarly like Suga, J-Hope also reveals how he wishes for life to return to pre-pandemic state, of course, and makes a promise to see fans again. Quote, I hate this world, our traces became memories. I just empty my mind, trust without conditions. I fill it every day with just loneliness, not liking the longing that encircles me. We miss you, baby, whenever it may be. Here's hoping we meet again, I promise. And of course,
더욱 다시 만나기를 I promise.
Every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I've been missing you. Thinking of the day when you went away. What a life to take, what a bond to break. I've been missing you. Every step I take,
Every step I take,
every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you.
never missing ya.
Thinking of the day,
Thinking of the day.
when you went away. Want to break, I'll be missing you. Every step I take,
Every step I take,
every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you.
never missing ya.
Thinking of the day,
Thinking of the day.
when you went away. What a life to take, what a bond to break. I've been missing you.
Yeah, we'll be missing ya.
BBC Radio 1.
that was emotional. It was beautiful. I loved it. I've seen their cover of Fix You. I love that too. And that was also very emotional. And this one, it's amazing how one song started it all, sung by and made famous really by three different decades and different artists, all which sound amazing. I think loss comes in many forms, whether a death of a loved one or someone going away and never coming back. And so I think BTS did an amazing version of the loss and grief that they're going through, with a relationship with their fan. And if those of you who don't know, the ARMY, their fandom, it's a very intimate relationship, probably extraordinary, and nothing that I have really seen before with musical artists of any type. Probably as passionate as a sports fandom, I would say, because these artists have grown up in front of a lot of their fandom, through media. You know, they grew up in an era of internet and social media and vlogs and, you know, reality shows. So their fans know these guys inside and out and love them for who they are and gave them all the support. And so this intimacy and this relationship is unique, and you don't see that anywhere like that. And I'm just so proud to be a part of the ARMY, and I'm still learning about BTS, and I appreciate this beautiful and emotional rendition of I'll Be Missing You. And I'm so grateful that I had a chance to watch and witness their first performance on the BBC, which is amazing in itself. And it's just an overall beautiful message to the ARMY and really everyone in the world as well who has lost a loved one. So thank you, BBC, for allowing the performance and the amazing band. We see Ghost Band as well as, of course, BTS for their another amazing and historic performance. So I hope you enjoyed my music video reaction for BTS I'll Be Missing You cover. If you do, please give this a like, and please share any comments that you'd like. I'd love to hear your feedback on your thoughts, especially my American viewers, on this particular version of the song. And also, if you get a chance, check out all of my other music video reactions. Love to get your thoughts on it. And as always, I hope everyone takes care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.